Hello, Marcus Lim here, and today I'm going to be talking about Green Lantern Rebirth, the Deluxe edition. And this actually collects the 6-issue miniseries published in 2005, so that's like almost 15 years ago. And so a little bit of a context of where this story fits before we get into it. So in I think it was around maybe 1994, 1995, so that's, you know, like just after the death of Superman kind of era. Hal Jordan, Green Lantern, he turned bad, became Parallax, okay? And I think maybe in 1996 they kind of like tried to redeem him, where he sacrificed himself in the Final Night event. And I think later on he then became the Spectre. So he's had different kind of, you know, incarnations over the years, but obviously fans weren't happy. They wanted him to be back as Green Lantern, and so in 2005 DC finally brought Hal Jordan back into the fold as the one and only Green Lantern. Okay, and to do that they got Geoff Johns, who was, I think, a rising star at the time, to write, teaming up with Ethan on the artwork. And so yeah, so this is Green Lantern Rebirth, and as I mentioned, it collects the 6-issue series. So number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6. Okay, and let's have a look at what this deluxe edition contains. So it says here, best-selling miniseries, and also yeah, it also contains his original series proposer, which is pretty cool. Full script for the first issue and sketches and promotional art. And there's also a breathtaking story flight from I think one of the Green Lantern Secret Files one-shot. Okay, so I think all these extras, they are actually all from the absolute version or absolute edition of this book, published a couple of years back. But now, yeah, so now they've got it in the deluxe edition format. Okay, so alright, Green Lantern Rebirth Deluxe Edition. Taking off the jacket here. Inner jacket, in brightest day, blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. The oath, obviously. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power, Green Lantern's light. Okay. And let's see. So it's pretty cool. It's got the Green Lantern logo without the dust jacket. And yeah, so that's just that. Alright, so Green Lantern Rebirth Deluxe Edition. There's an introduction, which is an old one by Brad Meltzer, okay. Writer of Identity Crisis. Alright, 2005 introduction. Alright, so now so there's no table of contents. Actually, wait, is there a table of contents? No, there's no table of contents. So we just got straight into it. Okay. Alright. Yeah, here you go. So here's where the first issue begins. As you can see here. You can also compare. It's a little bit bigger, right, than the standard comic book size. Which is pretty cool. Alright, so let's have a flip through. And yeah, so the story itself, obviously it's reintroducing Hal Jordan back into the DC universe as Green Lantern. And at this point in time, at the beginning of this story, he's still like bonded with like the Spectre. So he's so that's who he is. But obviously over the course of the story, we get to see that gradually he becomes Green Lantern once again. Alright, and there's also nods back to the origin, and all pretty cool. And Justice League people show up, Batman in particular, always skeptical of others, so he's like not really on good terms with Hal Jordan. So let's see. And one of the notable things about the story is to explain I guess parallax, right? And how it links to what they call the yellow impurity, which also explains why the Green Lantern rings were powerless against the color yellow. So I think, you know, that's one of the big contributions of this book, in that it finally answers that decades-long question of, you know, why the color yellow, and it ties in nicely with parallax and fear, and so that's that's actually a very cool contribution, I thought, of the story. So here we have, as you can see, all the members of the Green Lantern Corps. So you got Guy Gardner, Kyle Rayner, Hal Jordan, John Stewart, and Kilowog. And so yeah, so you know, another big thing about this story is it kind of like reintroduces the Green Lantern Corps, which will, you know, after this storyline, it'll actually like head into the Green Lantern Corps storyline, followed by Blackest Night. Alright, so that's the end of that. So the beginning, so this is the one-shot story illustrated by Darwyn Cooke from the Green Lantern Secret Files one-shot, which I don't think I have. So it's pretty cool to have it here in this volume. So now we've got the original proposal by Geoff Johns. Okay. And then here's the unused cover for the 3rd issue. Yep, and this is the hardcover dust jacket, the original Green Lantern Rebirth hardcover. So not the deluxe version, but the previous hardcover edition. Alright, so some promotional stuff, sketches, and here we got the script, complete script of the 1st issue, which is also a pretty nice extra to have. Okay. And that's the end of that. Okay. Yeah, so as I mentioned before, the extras are all taken from the Absolute edition of this, which I don't have. But it's cool that now there's a deluxe edition out, so I can have, you know, all those extras along with the collected 6 issues plus the bonus story by Darwyn Cooke. And yeah, just to mention, Geoff Johns and Ethan, you know, after this storyline, they became household names, right? And then they also, after a few years later, they teamed up for the Flash Rebirth, which will be, you know, a story for another time, I guess. But for now, yes, thanks for checking out this video about Green Lantern Rebirth Deluxe Edition. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.